Good morning, class. Again, this is Teacher Judea. Our learning objective for today is to use phrase, clause, and sentences correctly in varied contexts. First, what is a phrase? A phrase is a group of words that stands together as a single grammatical unit, typically as part of a clause or a sentence. It cannot stand alone as it does not contain a subject and a verb. It does not give a complete idea. It usually consists of an article, preposition, or noun. A phrase acts as a noun, an adjective, or an adverb in a sentence, so it can also be defined as a group of related words which lacks a subject and a verb that acts as a single part of a speech in a sentence. We have here kinds of phrases. First one is a noun phrase. A noun phrase is a phrase that has a noun as its head or performs the same function as a noun. In this example, Jonna and her friends function as the subject of the verb, while the manager function as the object of the verb. For noun phrase, there is no verb. Next is the verb phrase. Verb phrase is a part of a sentence containing the verb and any direct or indirect object but not the subject. Example: Janelle could have finished on that task today. Could have finished is the verb phrase. So for verb phrase, there's no subject. Next, prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase is a phrase that begins with a preposition and ends with a noun or pronoun called the object of the preposition. Let's have these examples. The store at the corner sells sandwiches. At the corner function as the adjective phrase that modifies the word store. We climb up the hill to see the view. Up the hill function as the adverb phrase, which modifies the word climb. Prepositional phrase has no subject and no verb. Next is clause. A clause is a group of words having both subject and a verb. It can sometimes act as a sentence, but not always the case. Remember, a clause is with a subject and a verb. There are two types of clauses. The first one is the main or the independent clause. It is one that can stand alone as a sentence. It requires no extra information to understand. It has a subject, a verb, and a complete thought. Example. So the underlined words here in the examples are the independent clause. Next one is the subordinate or dependent clause. It is one that cannot stand alone as a sentence. It is also called dependent clause because it needs to be attached or joined to an independent clause. Let's have this example. He knows that he will pass the exam. That he will pass the exam function as a noun clause, which function as a noun in a sentence. A guava that smells bad is rotten. that smells bad is an example or function as an adjective clause. So, as the word itself, adjective clause function as an adjective in a sentence, while adverb clause, after I did my best to study, is an example of adverb clause. It is a dependent clause that functions as an adverb in the sentence. So those are the different functions of dependent clause. Next is the sentence. Sentence is a group of words that contain a subject and a predicate. It expresses a complete thought. So for sentences, remember, it is with subject and a predicate. There are different kinds of sentences according to structure. The first one is simple. Example, Janelle and Jasmine have been good friends. Next, compound sentences. Example, on Saturdays, Prince usually helps his father cook special dish for the family, or he fixes all the cabinets in the kitchen. Next is the complex sentence. Example, when I was young, I used to play ball with my brother. Last one is a compound complex sentence. Example, we don't really feel bad about this situation, yet we just wish for something that all of us may survive our own difficulties in life. So those are the kinds of sentences according to structure. Now, let's have the kind of sentences according to their function. The first one is the declarative sentence. Declarative sentence are the sentences that states an idea and ends with a period. Example, COVID-19 affects different people in different ways. Next, interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence asks a question and ends with a question mark. Example, are you experiencing any symptoms of COVID-19? Next, we have the imperative sentence. Imperative sentence gives an order or a direction and ends with a period. Example, wear your face mask and face shield. Then the last one is the exclamatory. Exclamatory sentence expresses strong or sudden emotion and ends with an exclamation mark. Example, a lot of people die because of COVID-19. So the kind of sentences according to function are declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. Now let's try to differentiate phrase from clause and to sentence. Phrase, clauses, and sentences are all group of words. Phrase has an incomplete thought or idea, while clause has almost complete thought or idea, while sentence has the complete thought or idea. Phrase has no subject and verb, while clause has subject and verb, while sentence has subject and the predicate. Phrase is a part of a sentence. Clause is a part of a sentence, while sentence, phrase plus clause is equals to a sentence. Now, let's try. Let's try to complete the sentences. We're going to match column A with the most appropriate word group in column B. So write the letters of your correct answer in the comment section below. Okay, so let's check your answer. Okay, so check your own work. Okay, good job, class. Hey, remember, the word you speak become the house you live in by Hafiz. Let's call it a day. Goodbye, class. Again, this is Teacher Judea.